Hello, this is James Smith at GannAnalysis.net. Today we're going to look at the square of 9 applied to the Indian stock market, the Sensex. You're looking at the square of 9. You might not know this, but Gann borrowed this idea, this concept from Hindu mystics. Basically, they came up with this idea and Gann applied it to the stock market, to the financial markets. You start from 1 at the center, rotate outwards. When you get to 9, you've completed one square or one circle. If you keep going, you find that you go to 25, and then you keep going, you come to 49. And if you look at the pattern here, 1 at the center, 9, 25, 49, 81. There is a pattern. I want you to think about that, but it's the square root. Yeah, it has something to do with the square root. I've talked about this before, but you will see the pattern, and it'll be most obvious if you're looking at this line. Now, I want to skip ahead and say, hey, what is important here is what Gann would call cardinal levels, anything that falls on the iron cross. That's north, south, east, west axis. So, 2, 11, 28, these are all important numbers, and you can apply them to stocks, bonds, anything. And if it rallies into one of them, like 86, and then starts to sell off, hey, that's important. That's a key resistance level. Or maybe it sells off to 86 and bounces off that. You would consider that important too. So it could be support, it could be resistance. That's what you want to keep in mind. I do have other videos on this subject. You can look on the website, register, you get some free reports, and you can see a more complete report on the square of 9. But let's move ahead here, because some of you have already seen this. I want to move ahead to the actual market. Sensex Index is actually trading close to 84,000, 83,000 and change. And if we go back, we can look at 84 lines up with the end of February. 83 would be down here. Well, we're actually right there right now, 83, around the 16th to the 18th. That's 83. It might be time and price are in balance right now. Or it might be that, hey, maybe we bounce back, which I think it may do, into the end of February, gets to 84,000, drop the 3 digits, the last digits. We're just going to ignore that. We're just looking for an approximate hit. 84,000 area on the Sensex around the end of February would be a time and price setup, because price at 84 lines up with time end of February. So time and price are in conjunction, they're in balance. That sets up a reversal in trend. That's what we're looking for. And you might say, well, what's to stop it from going to 85 and by, March 10th? It could do that. But how will you know? You'll know because the market will start to reverse. So if it gets to 84,000 and starts to sell off into March, then maybe this is a time and price setup. So there are other things you would look at, not just the square of 9. Gann is not about one particular tool, but I do have a full report on the Sensex. If you're interested, go to the website, hit the shop button, subscribe. But for today's illustration, I just want to point out a simple example. 84,000, we're going to drop the last 3 digits and call it 84. Lines up with the end of February. If you get up there and show resistance at 84 and then start to sell off, hey, maybe that's a setup for a move down. We do have a parabolic move up, and we're below that parabolic line now. We have something close to a double top that came due already. If we get, if we take out this prior swing low at 79,899, or maybe this one over here, let's see what it is, 79,818, or maybe you take out this one here at 71,425. You start taking out these prior swing lows. That would be a strong confirmation that this parabolic line is giving way to a serious correction. And also the double top, and also that conjunction of time and price on the square of 9. So let's say you rally back for a few more days and you get to 84,000 by the end of February, and then you start to sell off and you're taking out those prior swing lows. You're in business. Then you know that this thing is a time and price setup on the square of 9. So just keep an open mind for now. It's not definitive. It's not saying this has to go to 84. It's not saying it has to happen by the end of February. And there's more to this than I can't show you right now. We don't have time for it. But that's why if you become a subscriber, you'll see all the charts and realize that, hey, maybe there's more to this than just the square of 9. Gann has many tools. Square of 9 is just one of them. You want to see all of them before you draw your conclusion. So I'm just showing you a quick and dirty example. And if you want more information, you want to definitely go and check out the complete report. You know, here we have 204-month cycle, 72-month cycle, 120-month cycle. There's a lot going on here. And if we take out this support here, hey, maybe you're in business. Maybe you go down here. So this is just something that we look at. I really want to show you all the charts, but, I think, it's worth your time and your money to subscribe for 1 month to see those charts, especially if you're interested in the Indian stock market. It's worth the price of admission just for that one report, but you're going to get reports on all the markets, stocks, bonds, forex, commodities, crypto, whatever you're interested in. And if we don't cover the market you're interested in, you tell us, we'll cover it. It's that easy.